Working for Europe is my contribution. It is my campaign. It's a real except that I'm not candidate. It's a free campaign without any personal ambition or personal target, but it is a real campaign. Believe me, I go from city to city with all my strength, all my soul, all the youth which is remaining in me. I go with all of that. I put all that on the table. I do my best. Because a lot of things began in Sarajevo. Because Sarajevo is probably the heart and the core of the crisis which Europe is facing today. Because the way in which we betrayed Sarajevo is probably one of the main reasons of the uneasiness which we can observe in European civilization. This is why the pitch of my play is a French writer going back to Sarajevo 25 years after the war, trying in charge of writing a speech about Europe and unable to write it. And my play is done in order to try to cool down this nationalistic rhetoric, because nationalist rhetoric is like a plague. It's like an illness. It is like a contamination. This has to be absolutely cooled down. And my modest role in Sarajevo, my modest personal role would be to try to tell to my friends in Bosnia that they have to give a break in nationalism. I think that in Sarajevo there is such an inner heritage of greatness. There is such an inner heritage of real European civilization. There is such an inner heritage of multi-ethnicity, multi-culture, true cosmopolitanism, that it is possible, yes, that they give us a break about nationalism. When a people is in such a tragic situation as we are, 5 minutes to midnight, the real question is not if it can change, it's that you have to do. You have to do. Everyone has to do what he can. After that, what he can will have result or not result. It's an important question, but it is a second one. First one, when you can do something, you have to do it. I devoted so much of my time of my life to remote countries. I was a war reporter in countries in the middle of Africa. I went in Bangladesh, I went in Sri Lanka, I made the reportage, war reporter. I went so many places. Now I felt that the fire was in my homeland, which is Europe. And the question is not if I can have an effect or not. The question is to do all that I can at this moment of my life. The Europe which I defend is a Europe that can bring some concrete replies to those who need more, most in Europe, the have not. Europe does not do enough and can do more.